know why England's such a green and pleasant land? It's because it rains.
Yes, it rains a lot. Welcome, John Longcroft-Neal here again. Yeah, it rains a lot in England, and that's why it's a green and pleasant land. There you go. Welcome to this vlog number, well, I've lost 16. I don't know what happened to it. Must have slipped down the back of the sofa. So anyway, I'm going to call this one 16 and slot it in before 17, but in fact it's after 17, so it should be 18, but it's going to be 16. You with me? Okay. Oh well, what's to talk about today? Well, I'd like really to talk about the wonders of the internet. I mean, that sounds a bit silly and we take it for granted really. But yesterday I had a lovely chat with Jim in North Carolina. That was it. He was sat at home. I was sat at home. We had a chat. We watched, could see each other, waved and all the rest of it. It was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. So anyway, welcome Jim, and thanks for the chat, and we'll talk again soon. And I've done similarly before in the past with other people around the world. And I talk to my son in California on a regular basis as well. And I'm just thinking back, I know it's easy to be a bit glib about this and say, oh, who would have thought all this? But it really is amazing. When my father was alive, back in 1958, I was only 7, he went to the USA for 18 months to earn some money for a project he was after. He used to send back communication, which was airmail letters. Now, I don't know if you remember an airmail letter, but I'll tell you, it was a very thin piece of paper which you folded over back on itself. There was no envelope. It was blue, light blue, and with a sort of a zaggy pattern around the outside with airmail written on it in blue. And you'd fold it over and stick it around the edge and you would have written on the paper. So it was a very lightweight letter that went then by air. And of course it would take a week or more to get to wherever it was going. That was the communication we had. You couldn't see people, you could ring them up I suppose, but that would have been very expensive. And in 1958 we didn't have a telephone. So it wasn't even an option. So it was wonderful to get the letters, but that's the best we could do. My dad died 35 years ago, and if he was still here now, I'd say, look, we can just talk to people face to face from around the world with this internet thing. It's really quite remarkable. And I think almost on top of that, this idea of FaceTime, which is only 10 years old, I've just checked it out. It was a FaceTime, for instance, and there may have been other formats of this, but was launched in 2010 for the iPhone 4. And it's quite remarkable. I mean, the phones themselves, whether it's an iPhone, which this is, I mean, the camera is excellent, the sound's good, and all I have to do then is just quickly sort it out, download it, and pop it up onto YouTube, and suddenly everybody who wants to look at it can look at it. I mean, the equipment is fantastic. I don't know about the content, but it's just a terrific thing to do. And I'm just thinking, we've got such an ability to communicate around the world. Maybe we ought to really make a huge effort to make the world a better place. Yeah, make somewhere great again. Oh yeah, and make America great again. How are you getting on with that, by the way? I'll keep an eye open. That's enough for now. I shall put this down as number 16, and I love to hear your comments. Thank you very much. There's just one or two regular commentators who mention things. If you've got any other suggestions for subjects that we can chat about, then please pop them down. Okay, I'm going to run short here. I'm not going to spin it out. Shall I go for another finish, some of the transition to go? Somebody like the black hole. That was good fun, I must admit. I wonder what I'll do this time. Bye-bye.